Hello, welcome to Roll for Adventure, and this is episode 58. We got a lot of interesting things coming up, a lot of big things, so we'll get right into it.
In the aftermath of a long-awaited fight with the Prophet, his unconscious body on the ground, taking some time to identify the weapon that he had taken and corrupted, attuning to the blade, and as a group making the decision to end that threat once and for all. Striking the Prophet, killing an archdevil, not just sending him back to the nines. Eventually breaking the arcane bubble that had contained him there for the last 11 years and pushing back through the lost city of Ash, taking the interesting dragon companion with you as you open the gate back to Argentum, where the city appeared to be under siege, localized to the area where the portal had been opened. A swarm of demonic civilians and creatures alike were hounding both mages and the Iron Legion. The combat seemed to cease the moment that you exited, and after brief interaction it seemed that this demonic force didn't necessarily think that you were capable of taking down the Prophet and was hoping to gain access to that plane to move through after you. With your success, they backed off a little bit, happy that now their rot can just spread uninhibited without the need for combat or malice. Seeing the state that the city was in, you had a conversation with Carmine. Were told that the following day, Elry was aiming to have counsel with the city to propose the idea of military law being declared here in the city while this threat was dealt with. You suggested a counter-argument to Carmine, and as such you will be allowed your place to talk tomorrow as well. Tending to the gardens and dropping your dragon friend off with some other interesting friends from within the city, giving a few people warnings of a potential evacuation to come, as you all finally settle down for a night's rest. Most of you. Vorg was headed off with Amelia in the direction of the estate. That is where we'll pick up. Pushing through gaining more and more wear this path through the forest as it's becoming a bit more well-treaded once again. Anything that you're doing on the way up there before arriving?
I think I'll just... once I go past the grandfather tree, I'll just bow a head of respect. And I'll get off and walk over. And I'll bring my father's corpse and the coat with me. And I'll lay it in front of the grandfather tree. We have returned from fighting the archdevil who attacked the estate, and I've brought back what remained of Father. I thought it was best that you should know as well.
There's no words from the tree, but you do get, even in the midnight air here, a sense of warmth, sense of welcoming, and of acceptance.
I will then go back onto the horse, Rogue, and continue to the estate.
Continuing back towards the dilapidated estate here at the end of the path, you can see a few flickers of lantern light or candlelight within. A little bit of liveliness in there, but not an awful lot. Step into the disrepair. What are you doing?
Got to go find Lily's father.
You head down to that kind of, not basement, but the below ground level there. You can see a small sleeping arrangement has been scrounged together from stuff that he had found in the estate. Currently asleep in the library there. Good evening.
Good evening. I apologize for waking you.
What hour is it?
That is a good question that I have not known the answer to for a few weeks now.
Right. He kind of pushes himself up. How can I help?
Could you cast the spell for me, if possible?
Takes a look.
If able. I'd hope so.
What was it again? Oh yeah, the speak with dead.
I imagine, surely.
Wizards should.
That's some necromancy stuff.
Necromancy.
Yeah. Yes. I can, yes.
Then if you don't mind, could you just follow me for a bit?
Of course.
And I will head towards the sealed door that leads to the deeper basement.
Yeah.
And I will unlock it.
Placing your hand up on that stonework as again the light swarms up the patterns and eventually that door just retracts away, leaving that dark expanse below.
I will begin kind of showing him the way to go and heading towards where I think, like, I don't know what the word would be for it, but where past leaders have been kept to rest.
Tomb or catacombs. Yeah. Make your way down that staircase and those big chandelier lanterns burst to life as you descend into the grand library beneath the estate. Darius just kind of looking around, wide-eyed at everything beneath them down here. There's a lot of knowledge here.
There is, and only a few handful of outsiders have been able to come into this room, so.
Follows you silently as you walk through here. Pushing past the kind of maps room and planning area that you previously wandered when you were last down here, and you come to a large stone door that you did not open the last time you were down here. Doesn't take long to look around and find a key nearby. As you push open this large slab of stone into the room beyond, just a wave of dust of a room that has been closed for a very long time. This hallway of tombs that seems to have been expanded with every generation past the first. As you step foot into the room directly in front of you, that tomb set into the ground with the first founding members of House Bellwood laid within. This long, expansive hall that pushes down. And before the light kind of fades and disappears into darkness, you can see the first 3 or 4 sets of tombs in here of those that once led the house.
I will. Is there any lights in here?
There's lanterns that are unlit.
I will just unsheath Ethelbrand, and I will use my flaming crimson right, and I will set it ablaze.
Yeah.
And I'll just light anything as I go through.
Lighting those as you wander down. Slowly, this whole room coming into view. It is not grand. It is not overly ornate just for the sake of flaunting wealth. This is a practical room. But there is respect in each of the tombs here. There is a dedicated craftsmanship to each. Pushing down, you see Soren's tomb, previous wielder of Bloodsong. Pushing down, you see the tomb of your grandparents. Pushing further beyond that, the tombs that had been prepared for your mother and father, though up to this point having never been used.
Vorg will gently open the tomb and lay out his father. I know this seems, I don't know, dark perhaps. But I think the knowledge that we have in those rooms aren't as important as the knowledge that our leaders have. Could you tell me what are the limitations to the spell? What does it do?
Usually, it would allow the caster specifically to speak, but I should be able to shift that focus to yourself.
Thank you.
You'll have 5 questions.
5 questions.
The answers are usually brief or cryptic, but the simpler your questions, the better. That is not to say that a more complex one will not get an answer. It might just be harder to piece together.
Okay.
Have you thought about what you're saying?
No.
Oh, shoot.
Ready?
Yes. Off the hip.
And he walks over and kind of takes your hand with his as he casts this spell, allowing it to focus on you rather than himself. Amelia kind of standing a few steps back, just watching. As this incantation is cast, do you want to describe what the visual is here?
I think I like the idea of just the family house color green, spiritual visaged of whoever would be used on, but Alexander, for this case, would just appear almost standing inside the coffin.
That pale green kind of casting light in the chamber here, this shifting visage that probably wouldn't have noticed when you were younger, but does resemble Vorg quite uncannily. With longer hair, albeit, but there before you, that visage kind of shifting.
This is tough. I don't think Vorg would make really eye contact. Just kind of like chest down.
Yeah.
Five. Father, how? How would you seal away the Lady of Decay?
That pale visage kind of shifting there in the darkness. Thorin's research. Bind and contain.
You fought the Prophet one-on-one in the Plane of Fire. Where can I learn, or what book could teach me to do what you did to seal him?
It was my craft, my life's work, my journal.
Have I personally seen Alexander's journal?
Not in adulthood.
Oh. Where would your journal be now?
It was with me. I do not recall.
I have two more. Does the Bellwood leader have to take on the burden so that others don't have to? Do they have to take lives that normally we would condemn to doing so?
We make the difficult choices. Sometimes, yes.
Vorg will get a bit, kind of eyes a little red and a bit watery. If you had the chance to say anything to your son and daughter as adults, what would you say?
Well done. Keep moving forward. The house is safe in your hands.
On that last question, Vorg will, not really wanting to see how the spell ends, he will just kind of turn his back and say thank you.
Turn your back, and that green glow behind you just fades down until the chamber is once again just lit by lantern light. The remains of Alexander now within the tomb where they should be.
I'm sorry for asking that last question, Amelia.
And see, she does have tears rolling down her face, but she's smiling.
Okay. Before I can sleep then, I need to check if Thorn's research is somewhere in here. And on that note, I will put my hand in the bag of holding
Yeah.
and just think of Alexander's journals. Journal.
Nothing comes down.
Nothing. Sick. I'm going to then, before going to sleep, go to the codex and look for Thorn's research.
Yeah. You spend some time in that evening looking around the chamber down here. Thorn's research seems to kind of be at the heart of a lot of what's been happening. The name's come up a few times now. You find a few scattered pieces of binding rituals and further research on planar gateways and access to unknown realms. All of the bits that you find seem to lead back to that book that you had found on Garvia. That names and rituals of Dark Lords and Ladies. That knowledge seems to primarily be contained and condensed.
Interesting. Can I just do a quick overview of what that book states about closing portals again?
Yeah. Specifically talking about the demonic gateways, that information that you previously acquired being that most gateways into the demonic realms are creatures in and of themselves that have leaped through, that have created a gate. Killing them allows you to close the gate, but the creature would need to be contained or destroyed to stop the gate from reopening.
Is there any theories in any of these books to what the one below the city was?
In what sense?
What creature? What are we looking for?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Do I get advantage?
Yeah. I reckon.
I like that. Shit. Oh my god. 19.
19, okay. The type of creature that creates the demonic gateways is called an Elkalith.
Good.
They are almost somewhere between an ooze and a fungus. And if they're not actively moving, could quite easily just be mistaken for like a fungal growth.
Is there any information saying if they emanate magic or anything like that?
Interesting.
Any ways to like track one or find one hidden in plain sight?
There would be a chance to potentially catch them using a detect magic or something similar, as they have arcane or spellcraft capabilities. Being able to visually see a creature's true essence as well would likely reveal them.
Because it counts as the planar.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. That's good to know. On that note, then I will go find a place to sleep. Or probably crash reading a book, book on head. At this point, Vorg doesn't really care that there's a wizard in their intelligence area. He's just saving the city matters first.
Spend some time looking through these books in the evening and eventually find yourself falling asleep sitting on one of the chairs down here, studying a book. And eventually, even though we're sleeping in the early hours of the morning, a long rest finds everyone.
Let's go.
Does that get rid of my
You sure does.
hell yeah?
Hell
I
yeah.
finally have 91 of yours.
What is everyone's max again?
91.
98.
Damn.
I'm in the same tins as someone for once.
Moving up in the world.
115.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm gonna roll 20 next time.
Do it.
Alright. Then I will ask the following morning, what are Yorna and Lily getting up to? So you'd be up several hours before Vorg away.
Oh, shoot.
That's the day of the meeting, right?
It would be.
Yeah. So we're doing meeting in the afternoon. You better be awake by the afternoon.
Oh boy.
Buddy. Bro.
He's not here, what are you doing?
Look at my snooze on.
Do you have any plans for today?
I was gonna go by the school.
What are you doing there?
I asked the dean, principal of the school, to look for my father's grimoire.
I see.
Not specifically saying his grimoire though.
Right, true, because that would maybe potentially cause some problems.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have much to do today. Maybe I will come along with you just so we're together, so that when the meeting comes, we can just head there. Alright. And I'm just going to tag along with Lily for the day.
Sweet. So heading up to the school.
Yeah.
I'll say sticking primarily to main campus areas, you would see the occasional feathertail mage, but
They don't know me.
and interestingly, you would also see them on the streets on your way up. Having been involved in the combat the night before, they are kind of helping to maintain peace in the city. But making your way through the academy up there, making your way into the dean's office, there wouldn't be any developments. They wouldn't have found the grimoire that you're after.
They probably fucking have.
I don't suppose this is something the Iron Legion can help with.
Well, I don't know if he still had it when they brought him here.
Right. I'm just thinking if it's something that the mages are hanging on to, whether that is probably something they're allowed to hang on to, or whether that is something I can confiscate, is kind of what I'm asking. But this kind of seems more their wheelhouse.
I mean, like, if there's a possibility that the Iron Legion might have it, it wouldn't be too bad not to look.
There's an idea. Maybe we'll go past there then. Alright. I'll go past headquarters then and see if they had confiscated any grimoires as of late.
Make your way over to Legion headquarters, have a conversation with Carmine, I assume.
Yes.
She would mention that she didn't know of any grimoire, but that she's also finding it hard to contain and govern Chassanor's movements in the city.
Yeah.
That until the meeting this afternoon, they are kind of doing as they please. She would, actually, while you were there, mention to you that she has persuaded the council to hear your arguments before Elry's this afternoon. And that it will be happening early afternoon, and to meet her at Legion headquarters. She'll take you through the brass.
Meet Carmine early afternoon before meeting. Alright. We need to figure out what we're going to say. We need to make an impact.
Well, there's the fact of us having to fight the hag to get rid of the danger that could even damage more of the city than it already has been.
I'm just thinking along the lines of preventing Chassanor from becoming a very active part of the council and military.
Well, we did plan for me to take care of that.
Alright, I'm just trying to figure out where everything fits, because we need to be prepared if we are to talk first. Alright. Should be alright then. You're a persuasive one. I think you'll do well.
Yeah.
Alright. So as the two of you mill about for the morning, checking in these locations, eventually Vorg, you'd come to in the basement there.
Great.
Waking up, you would see that it looks like after his brief sleep, meditation, whatever, Darius has kind of taken it upon himself to look at a few of the books down here, just being a little bit nosy and seeing what information is on offer. Demelia would still be asleep. Yeah.
I wake up and see him just looking at a book.
Yeah.
I'm like, I see that nosiness runs in your family.
This is a treasure trove of knowledge. I'm not going to not be curious. Apologies.
I can't blame you. Protecting it is why my family's gone, and why I have to do it correctly next time. But there are more important things. What time is it?
Likely early morning.
It's alright. You started scribbling down your magic onto pages.
Yes, I've gotten some semblance of a beginner's grimoire.
Do you potentially have like teleportation?
Beginner's grimoire.
Beginner's grimoire. Sorry. Alright. Then I need to start heading back to the city. Oh, maybe. We're having a meeting with the council.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to convince everyone to leave the city until we've dealt with the threat. But you see, Sashanor wants to kind of dig their claws in and take control as much as they can. That is why the council meeting is happening, but we're kind of intervening, trying to argue against that.
Right.
Did you want to go to that? Is that something you're...
I think that having myself within a 3-block radius of Elry is probably a bad idea at current.
Okay.
I appreciate the offer,
Yes.
and as much as I would like to help, I don't know if I would be a boon.
It was a mere courtesy. I don't think it was a good idea. Just
Good. Glad we're on the same page.
put my hand there. All right. Ready. I go into my bag and I shake some potions and I drink my Dex potion so that my AC goes to 20, and I will drink my Wisdom potion so I have advantage on all Wisdom checks.
Amazing.
Ready for the day. Good breakfast, and I will gently wake Amelia.
Easy enough to do.
And be like, we've got a meeting to go to.
Right. She'll pull herself to her feet and get ready to head off as well.
And I'm gonna grab whatever book has the most gruesome demonic art that they have.
Yeah,
and
probably the one you've had on your person for a while.
sick, and I want to take that.
Yeah, amazing. All right, you gather up your things from there and start making your way back towards the city. Presumably ushering Darius back up to the main building.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm locking the door.
Yeah.
Good plan,
Lucky
good plan.
Eventually, you would arrive back in town probably around noon, if not just a little bit after, which would be around the same time that Yorna and Lily would probably be wrapping up at Legion headquarters and find a place to,
You're sending stone?
yeah.
Lily, I have now arrived at the city. Unsure where you and Yorna are preparing for the council meeting. Where shall I go?
Perfect.
We will be meeting up with Carmine at the Iron Legion. Hopefully you make it in time. Yorna Strider.
Strider is.
Well, Vorg
Oh,
is
well,
gonna be.
Vorg is going to be. Is going to be what?
He's at the estate, and he's coming back.
All right, is he going to make it in time? What's the time now? What is the time now? That's good. I'll make it in time. We'll be all right. Did you tell him to meet us at headquarters?
I said at the Iron Legion.
That's good enough. I'm sure he will figure out that means headquarters. Right.
Well, I said Carmine.
Oh.
We're meeting with Carmine, so he'll probably come to her office.
All right, perfect. Then we'll wait around, I guess.
And I get there quicker than anyone thought because I was already in the city.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, damn, it's going to be 3 hours
Either
before he
you
gets
move,
there.
either you move the estate, or you grew some legs.
Half hour later, Vorg would rock up to HQ. You'd have a little bit of time if there's anything that you want to do as a group before the meeting.
We ready?
Yep, just shine my armor a little bit, look a bit more respectful.
You missed a spot. There you go.
Come out. So we're here to make sure that we can usher everyone out of the city.
Evacuation. Lily's hopefully got Chassanor activity prevention covered. I'm going to request that if we do evacuate, that the druids stay behind.
Yes. And I also feel like it's our duty to make sure that anyone trying to do bad things in this council feels like we would be in their way.
What are you meaning?
Well, with the whole thing happening with Ellery and like trying to, get the grasp on the city, I think knowing the fact that there are people that would stand in her way,
Right.
oppose her if she attempted. We don't need to say that, but I think that's just, if it comes up naturally, we should just exude that energy. That we're here for good. Fuck evil bullshit. We don't care about insecure old ladies.
I'm just worried that she's going to play the card of, look where the Iron Legion got you, and then point out the window.
Yeah, well then, we pulled the card of, have you killed an archdevil? You've got a sword that can send planar creatures to the abyss?
I don't know what magic they have. They might have
Yeah,
something
maybe
similar.
that's true.
Well,
You get
either
my
way,
point.
yes, I get your point. I think we just get in there, don't overthink it, put down on the table what we want on the table,
Exactly.
and respond.
Yes.
Carmine did say that we will be going first.
That is incredibly helpful.
Indeed. So...
Lily, could you just charm everyone? Can we just
Well,
mass charm and we
no,
just
no,
get
no,
this over?
that is a bad idea. That is a really bad idea.
No.
Don't even consider it. Put that book away.
Has anyone got any spell to clean clothes so we can all look immaculate?
I
No,
have
don't go
mending
precipitation.
Yeah, maybe my jacket's a bit messed up recently. Just
do a little bit of mending, just fix any random holes.
slashes.
I'll just give you bardic inspiration.
Oh, appreciate it.
Do good at
Do I get anything? Am I just standing there as a
Sorry,
as a
it's one per person.
statue?
Or one.
It's fine.
I'll
Otherwise,
inspire you.
it goes away.
No, if anything, you'll need it the most since you are Bellwood and we're still clearing your name.
Oh God.
Damn.
I didn't think about that.
It's a detail.
You'll be all right. I have the buff of I am now a high officer of the Iron Legion.
What's my buff?
Charisma. You're just naturally charming.
Your
I don't know
stats.
I don't know what else to tell you. You roll a 9 or an 8 and you still hit 22.
Plus, technically, you also have rights to control the military there. So really,
You need to pull the identity card.
yeah, if you have to.
And what if they say, "Where's your proof?"
Blood test. If we have that.
I think they would know. You know what I mean?
Like a hunch.
Just you could share a story. I mean, you would know.
Now that
But
I
they
think of
wouldn't.
we should have gotten.
There'll be zone of truth. We could zone of truth it.
Yes, but also we should have gathered evidence of the fact that she was sending assassins after you. That would have been so good to prove that she's got ulterior motives. Why didn't we think of that?
We could
Well, we were too endangered.
we could
to
zone of truth.
keep the
Calvar
danger.
will be there, right?
We could insist on a zone of truth because then Ellery literally has nowhere to hide. She can dodge the questions is the only thing.
But I mean, we could do it on ourselves and you know.
True. to show that we're not lying, and then, you know.
Oh my god, that'd be such a good play. We get there and we're like, look, we're gonna be honest, and so there's no doubt, we zone truth ourselves, and that's a power play.
That is a power play. Who can do that?
I
Or are
brought
we
a
just gonna
PowerPoint
ask?
presentation.
Are we just going to ask someone to cast it, or does someone
I
have
thought
it?
Calvar's a part of the. He shows up to the
Calvar
council.
should be there, right?
Random bystander.
Kelvar is on the council.
Oh yeah, correct.
That'd be a yes.
I got my relationship to Estia with him. He'll
Yeah.
cast a spell.
Son of...
I'm also bringing Amelia, but she's just gonna like backwatch.
She's got.
Because I'm worried that like if I say some shit, they'll be like, "What? You're from a house of nobody. You got no one." And then at least I can be like, "There's two, not one," because that's less.
Just be very careful because of her past. It could.
Yeah, exactly. But
could be
I think
bad.
it's under wraps.
All right. Just if you're going to zone of truth and someone asks you a question about it, you know, then how are you going to get around that?
I got my ways.
Okay.
I've seen Batman.
What's Batman? You mean
really
you mean
good.
the sovereign?
Yes, exactly.
Damn.
I am ready. I've got my potions on. My sword doesn't have crimson. You know, just in case. You never know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna activate.
Welcome to the flaming sword.
It's. I don't have a sheath for it.
It also goes out when it's used, I believe. Or is that something else?
No. Yeah. No, we're just gonna not.
All right.
Is this either going to go really good or really
Yeah, I feel that.
no in between?
I'm ready to randomly swear at someone.
Let's go. Elry.
I'm ready for it.
Oh boy.
Get your ass out of Argentum.
Let's take a quick early break before we jump into that.
Oh, shoot. Get,
Can't do
get
that.
Pictures
everyone
on.
thinking. Everyone thinking about their stuff.
All right. Then, having made preparations, meeting up and arriving back in the city eventually, just before your meeting with the council, grouping up here at Legion headquarters, Carmine would come out to greet your group. She appears well composed, but there's definitely this sense of, I hope this works, about the way she's carrying herself. Good afternoon.
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 Morning.
Excuse you.
Kind of guides you all over to the nearby cable car. As you arrive, it is stationed there waiting for your group. Before long, you find yourselves ascending, some people the first time, or at least the first time in a while, that you're heading up into the ring of brass at the very top of the city.
Normally just hold on to the bottom of these and don't get caught.
During your black outfit times?
Yes. Well, recently also just jumped over them.
Ah.
I did write it once.
Oh, thank God. I wouldn't want to be fighting alongside a lawbreaker.
You have been for a while.
Eventually that cable car comes to a stop at the top here. As Carmine begins leading you down the streets, you can see that there is still a fair amount of wear and ruin from recent battles up here as well. The usually pristine streets and trimmed gardens are all in some state of disheveled. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of estate workers milling around trying to still rapidly repair things up here. As you push through, a few eyes kind of drift in your direction, even up in these noble districts. There seems to be some recognition of who the three of you are. Watching you all as you move along, Carmine leading your troop. Eventually, you are brought to the brass entrance to the House of Gold, this large double door that's at least 10, 15 feet wide. You can see a high-ranking but not officer level legionnaire standing either side of the door. And Carmine kind of has the three of you walk in behind her. Wait here. One of the guards will bring you in when it is time.
Oh, shoot. Alright.
And she pushes onwards deeper into the building. At that point, one of those guards would kind of turn in from outside. You'd recognize as one of the people from your regiment. Yorna, been a while? What's happening here?
A meeting.
Very well. They shouldn't be long.
Nervous?
A little. I just don't know what to expect.
Have I ever, like, I don't know, escorted Carmine to a meeting or been inside the meeting room? Out of curiosity.
You might have seen it in passing, but never for an extended period of time.
Did I ever overhear my father complain about a meeting?
Most likely, at one point or another. And you do notice a few other noble folk, dignitaries, kind of making their way through, eyeing you on the way past. People that, while they are not directly on the council, are influential enough within the city to at least take stock around the exterior and listen in and give a voice when it is asked for. And in your time sitting there, at least 20 or 30 noble folk will have pushed past into the chamber beyond. Eventually, after you've been sitting there in silence for a good few minutes, the door would open at the other end of the chamber, and Kari would poke her head out. You all ready?
Indeed.
As much as we can be.
All right. The floor is yours. Come on in.
Oh my god.
Not again.
She ushers you all through. And as you all enter, she exits and shuts the door behind her so that she is not within the chambers herself. You enter one of the upper levels of the House of Gold. Looking up above you as you walk in, you can see a large glass ceiling, and above it you can see the inside of the golden dome on the top of this building. The large airship platform built into the turret atop this tower. You walk out on a marble and stained glass floor that is one of the largest interior buildings that you have seen in the city, even compared to the noble estates in the Ring of Brass. As you step in, you can see in this circular chamber, all around the exterior of the building are these tiered bench-like seats where you can see maybe 50 or 60 noble representatives are all eyes on you. A few familiar faces in the crowd. You can see Sebastian is among those around the chamber here. A few other noble folk that you might have seen throughout your time here in the city. But as you enter, the primary focus is a slightly more than a semicircle ring of chairs and a large table that is spread in front of each of the members of the house. You see 6 chairs here in the House of Gold. A few familiar faces and one that you haven't seen before. Starting from left and pushing around to the right. In the first chair, directly to your left, with the wheelchair tucked in next to him, is the halfling individual who you previously met at the festival quite a while ago, who runs the banking and the coin here in the city. Roblin Amberbluff. Next to him is an empty chair that would have once belonged to Elowen. Next to that, you can see the very familiar visage taking up a lot more space than the other members of the house, Calvar. His wings not out, but rather wrapped around him as you've seen them in an almost ceremonial garb. Next to him, almost stationed in the center of the group, you can see the familiar, almost gown-like attire of William Bordeaux, the man that runs the stage and the arts here in the city. To his side, an individual who you have not yet encountered, a very stout dwarven man who looks like he has a perpetual frown on his face, wrinkles that have been built into his aged skin. Heavy silver grey beard and hair that's pulled back. And next to him, Carmine sits in her chair, kind of eyeing you all as you enter the chamber here. As you enter, William stands. Ruling members of Argentum's House of Gold, we gather here today to discuss the safety of our great city and our plans to see it into the future. Roblin Amberbluff of the Coin, you have managed the city's finances for as long as I have been here. Kelvar, our newest member to the council, your wisdom from beyond our city walls has been imperative. Tandor Ironbraid, your family's mines have provided for this city for as long as it has existed here. And Carmine, the protector of our walls. And to those who cannot be here, looks over at the empty chair where Elowen would sit. We are sorry to hold this meeting without you. That things have become so dire that it has led to such destruction. Approach.
Step forward.
Start walking up.
You step forward into the center of this ring of chairs. William takes his cane and slams it on the ground, and all around this chamber, behind those pedestal-like seats, you watch as large metallic panels seem to open up and let the light of day spill in, and it all focuses in the center on the three of you. As 2 or 3 dozen large iron windows open to glass that beams light into your footprint here. He sits back in his chair, looks around at the crowd. Noble folk of our great city, we will hear 2 ideals today, 2 paths forward, 2 options on which we will have to decide. We begin here, with those who have recently saved our city. Heroes inside the walls of Argentum. He lets his cane rest at the table. Carmine tells us that you have ideas and a plan on how to move forward, that you have information that will be of necessity for our steps to come, and that you know of the threat that is imparting itself on our walls. Speak.
As you know, we face a great threat, one that is beyond the plains, the Queen of Rot. And she spreads, and there's nothing we can do about it unless we nip it in the bud, so to speak. And we have a location for where we can defeat this Queen of Rot and her disciple, the Night Hag. If there's anything you two want to add to that.
Vorg will take a step forward and he will bow. My name is Vorg Balwood. Recently found more information that would be helpful. And he will grab out a book, maybe a crude image of what the Lady of the Gate might look like or something. And he will put on the table for them. This is what we're potentially facing. Something that could control people, curse them, get others to do its bidding. Everything it sees, it has, through any of them, go back to her. Now, killing such a thing would be pointless, correct? If they were able to get back here, they could keep doing it. That is where we have already succeeded in two things for this city. And I will draw Etherbrand. This sword has the ability to end planar creatures' lives. Doesn't send them back. Gets rid of them permanently. Second, and I will put another book down with like maybe a crude image of like the fungal thing. If we can locate this creature, it could have many different forms, but it always looks more like an ooze or a fungus. It is what holds that gate open. Now, if killed with this blade, that portal will be closed for good. And we know roughly where this portal is. There's most likely a night hag protecting it, but we've fought her before and survived. Even traveled to the Fey Realm together to get rid of her curse, and came back stronger.
Along with this threat, we wish to issue a city evacuation. We want the people of the city to remain alive as much as we can.
Can I get a group persuasion check?
Can Vorg add more?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Going off that, we are confident we can deal with this threat. However, finding where the portal is, or getting to that location could take a day, it could take two. And like any poison, it spreads slowly, sometimes fast. We cannot hold that back. We can end it, but it takes time to make a cure. That's all we're asking for is time. Let Argentum live by protecting its people.
Right. Can I get a group persuasion check?
I don't have a roll off for it.
That was my boss.
Oh, that's bad.
I guess we really need something good, so I'll
28.
inspire.
Oh, thank God.
Persuasion? Unnatural 20.
Nice.
11.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, just in case we don't succeed.
That will be a success from you at the very least. You can see Carmine is nodding to that. Calvar is observing your group and listening to what you have to say. You do notice that his eyes are fixed on your sword in a very analytical sort of way.
Yeah, that's right. Love you, Kava.
William seems to be considering, and so does Roblin, but that dwarven gentleman with whom you haven't had any dealings yet. And if this should take you weeks, months, you'd have us leave city walls and let it get overrun in the meantime. Have nothing to come back to.
The idea is that Argentum is the people, and if we leave the people here, they run the risk of being infected, and thus we lose our people.
The Lady of Decay doesn't care about the city. She doesn't care about ruining your buildings or breaking things. She cares about spreading her influence among people. This city's location, the objects, what some of you may find precious for some reason, are safe.
At that point, Robbie, the halfling, speaks up. Safe. Like Bloomgrove was. Yes, I agree. Argentum is its people. But there are things here within our walls that are equally as important. Buildings, landmarks, locations. He gestures over towards the dwarf here. Mining these mountains is something that this city has done for generations. We are a cultural center of our nation, and we have some of the largest coin reserves to boot. You would have us leave this behind.
Then might I add that if not for a citywide evacuation, maybe a select trusted few can stay behind to protect such things.
Can I get another persuasion check just from you?
Oh, Christ.
Can I help? I will say, we have been to Bloomgrove ourselves. I don't know about any of you or what you've seen or what you've heard, but from our insight, they have been having that happen to them for years. Garvier has been... He wasn't controlled. I don't know if this was brought up at all, but he's been wanting to do this since he was a child, since his father was apparently donning that mission. That's not something that happens just overnight in a week or a month. This has been festering for years. That's the difference. We're cutting it off sooner than later.
Take advantage.
Nice.
Thanks, broski. It didn't really help, but I appreciate it. 18.
Okay. Robbie kind of sits back in his chair at that point. Dwarven figure kind of seems disgruntled by the notion of leaving the city walls. Kelbar kind of looks over to him. These people have done things that our finest could not, things that I could not. They have taken down a threat that has plagued this city since before it was created. Give them the chance to take down another. Tundor kind of nods, looks over at William, and William seems to be considering it. People will... There will be friction. People's homes, their livelihoods. And it looks around the room at the nobility as well, who will seem to be kind of muttering to each other. People's fortunes are here in the city. We understand that you are strong, But what happens if you do not return? If you are unsuccessful?
We are your greatest chance of being successful. If we fail, then it was all doomed to begin with.
Give me a persuasion check.
Damn.
Or intimidation, up to you.
What do I want it to be?
What you got?
It's the same no matter what. Nice. 9.
William kind of sits back, but the crowd around him seems still uncertain. Most of the council at this point seem to be kind of falling in line with your ideas, with what you are proposing here. But there is definitely still this air of tension about asking people to leave the city. And Tundor speaks up again. Where would you have us go?
Quick, like, just bzz. It's Lysa that's close to us.
Lysa's real far away.
Which one's the closest one?
What was it?
I forgot the
Laxar
map.
was the clerical
Yeah.
city.
Nixa's close to you guys.
Yeah, Nixon.
Zenithia is a little further out.
Well, Nixa.
Mm.
And
I
then
think
there's
that's where we were gonna.
what was the clerical one again?
Lysa.
Laxar. I'll bring up Laxar. There are many options for this. In favor, I would like to put to work misguided evildoers to do justice for the city. Recently, you would have heard exploits about our heroic act in taking down a misguided cult, and there being some clerical folk within that range. Some of them showed capabilities of being able to activate and teleport through a teleportation circle there from Laxar. If they are able to potentially open that and start sending people through, we could get decent amount of people through teleportation.
In addition, I'm sure that Woodend and Ridgewater would be more than happy to house or take care of many of civilians.
We also plan to have the city safe within at least a week of people being away, at the latest.
We can't afford for it to be any longer. As you might know, the gardens are in grave danger, and it is very closely tied to what we're dealing with.
And I'd also like to add more information about Bloomgrove. Every person from Bloomgrove has gone missing, under the control of the Lady of Decay. They all stayed, and that is what happened to them. We can be different.
Doesn't have to be our fate.
I get both of you to make a persuasion.
We got this, we got this, we got this.
Oh, nice.
Listen, if I can get it as well.
Oh, then we win.
Okay, still good though. 21.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Pretty good.
If you think you can do this in under a week, Wooden can house a few. We can probably send a few north, but this is a big city. There'll still be thousands of people that will need camp somewhere. But we can handle that. Kind of looks over at Carmine. The nobility around you kind of hushes for a minute. Carmine speaks out, kind of looking past all of you. We seem to have the beginnings of a plan, of a good path forward. She looks past you all into the back of the chamber. I see that you have entered. Would you like to say your piece? As you begin to hear the sound of heeled boots on this marble floor.
This is where the arguments begin.
Entering. You can see on either side of her a military mage that has Elry in full archmage ceremonial attire. These big, fantastical robes as she enters. Her mages split off to the side to join the nobility in the chairs around. As she enters and kind of regards the council, bows her head respectfully, looks at the three of you quite analytically for a moment.
Vorg's like looking down those kind of as much as he can.
An ever so faint grin on her face. No, actually, I entirely agree. She takes a few more steps.
Can I activate something?
Yeah.
Hunter's mark.
Now, is it your like fiend thing?
Nah. My nickels will go off. I would like to activate alert awareness.
Yeah.
And for 10 minutes, I can see invisible creatures as if they're visible, and if they're not in their true forms, they shimmer.
All is as it should be.
Look
Besides
around.
the minor flashbang from Kelpa.
Yeah, can I look around?
Oh yeah, the
everywhere else?
flashback. I forgot
Ignoring
about that.
Kelva.
There doesn't seem to be anything untoward in these chambers.
Okay.
Get the sense that anything that might have considered coming in would be scared off by Kelpa's presence. As she steps up beside your group. Your Iron Legion will, I assume, be helping your evacuation efforts. I would change my proposal. Allow Chassanor to lend our aid in another manner. Let us station ourselves at the edge of your city and fend off anything that might try to incur while your heroes are away. If that would be permissible, of course, as she turns back to the three of you.
If
So then, would you also agree to send those of the city to Chassanor as a way of a temporary home?
Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah. The bargaining.
26.
Amazing. See, Kelvar and Carmine kind of meet gaze and kind of nod for a second. And Elry standing there. That is within our capabilities. We can house those that... We can house those that are less able to do a week of unfortunate circumstance.
If it would please the court and anyone here, I suggest that Calvar, if you are willing, to maybe put everyone here under a spell that would allow us not to lie.
He kind of looks around. Carmine gives a nod, William gives a nod. Eventually, Tundor and Robbie would both kind of give a bit of a nod.
And can I look to Lily's stepmom and just be like, it's only fair, correct?
Of course.
Can I insight check her? See if
Yes.
she's
Give me an
taken
insight.
back from that. From wisdom, that's high as fuck though. Higher somehow.
Very nice.
Like, I don't even know, man. Like 28.
Yeah. She seems unfazed as Calvar steps out. His wings unfurl and he kind of traces the table and before long, that divine light would echo a zone of truth up around the chamber.
What color is Elri's hair?
Her hair, like a almost white platinum blonde. I will ask here, are you all going to choose to fail the save against Zone of Truth?
Yes.
Then, whenever one of us speaks, I guess we can start with this. Elri, tell me your hair color is different from what it is. Lie about it. What color is your hair?
Looks down at you with this like childish grin on her face. Goes to speak and is unable to. It would seem I cannot.
Thank you.
Why, may I ask, have you requested such a thing?
I just want to make sure that all facts about... No, I want to make sure that we are all open about our reasons for doing what we're doing, and if it's in, I guess, the right mind of helping the city.
Of course.
What you're offering is super helpful, giving a place for people, you know, a group of your military to help defend. But also, it does leave the city without legionnaires who have been here for a long time. And I just want to see if there are any ulterior motives that you might have.
Looks around at the council.
Why risk your people?
She looks around at the council. Ulterior motive is such a strong term. Sounds more like an accusation. But the people of this council know that Chassanor has its own goals within Argentum. There is a reason that Elowin helped to lead your council. You now have an empty chair. We are unsure if Chassanor are the best fit to fill that chair again in the future. We would like the chance to see if Argentum still benefits from our intervention.
Might I add something? Though you could be considered as, in addition to the council, might I add that the Bellwoods are also no longer sitting at the council?
They never were.
Shoot.
More like backups.
My bad, I got my
on that.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah. Maybe we should be.
You see Carmine goes to speak, but Elry kind of interrupts for a moment there. Once again, when I entered this chamber, I see before me many valid candidates for council. A Bellwood who is trying to clear his family name will likely be a valuable political individual in the future. A druidic consort of your such revered villages on your town's outskirts. You have a member within your walls. Someone I did not think lived. That's a story for another day.
Just so that we are on the same page, I meant no offense to my prior statement, for it's not why we are gathered here today.
I know. As I said, Chassanor is unsure if we are the best fit for this chair.
Speaking of stories, why don't we just tell everyone now?
Wait, before you do so. But what chair are you fit for? You're dodging the truth potentially. You're talking about that chair. But there are many other people at that table, ones that you might think you're better suited for, correct?
What are you implying?
Zone of Truth is a powerful spell, but we can't lie. But the only ways around that are, playing with words. I could be saying that that chair there wouldn't really suit me either. Maybe one Calvar's sitting on would. But I wouldn't have to state that, right? I'm curious. As people that are looking to see who would fit a chair the most, you don't seem to really have any gain for Sashanor in this matter. You seem to care about the city a lot, which I appreciate. I'm just wondering if you think that you're better suited for another chair on the council.
You seem to have my motivations wrong. I am not here to try and overrule your city. I do not wish to usurp any members of your house. I have my own political struggles in Chassenor, but that is my own problem. I merely wish to provide aid to one of our nation's great cities.
Thank you for your candor.
The city needs to be protected. Zenithia might be our capital, but Argentum is where things happen. This is where the high nobility of our country gather to make decisions. This is where progress is made. It is Chassenor's interest that the city survives. She kind of scans your group again. And you all have done something remarkable in taking down such a threat. There is a good chance it will be one of you sitting in that chair one day. I am simply here to ensure that that day comes.
Vorg will put a hand on Lily's back just to comfort her.
Lady Elry, I believe that you have taken over the arcane military as of now.
You can see this strained look on her face. I am acting as its overseer. At current, yes.
So then you would know what happened to the previous commander.
You refer to my husband?
Yes.
I know that he went searching for a daughter that Chassenor thought dead. That he abandoned his post as a military officer. Yes.
And because of this problem, what did the council in Chassenor decide?
That until he returned home, I would temporarily take his place until a final verdict could be reached as to his punishment.
And what of the daughter?
The daughter was thought to be dead.
And if she is somehow miraculously alive?
Well, then she might have the same power of her father to make that decision.
Then I, Elamina Feathertail, would like to announce that I am taking over the arcane military as due to the fact that my father, Darius Feathertail, can no longer take over.
See her eye kind of twitch for a moment.
Can I insight check?
Yeah, give me an insight.
I just want to know what type of. Why is she twitching? 19.
19. There seems to be this air of if this wasn't already difficult enough. Then you have had contact with Darius,
He managed to find me.
and you claim he is unfit to reclaim his title?
I will put him under trial as to see if he is fit or not. But if he is not, I will still have him by my side.
She kind of looks around at the council, who a lot of them are like pushed back in their chairs a little bit, watching something unfold that they weren't quite prepared for.
What's Carmine's look like?
There seems to be a look of hope on Carmine's face. Elry looks back to you. Then another meeting will need to be held with our own council in Chassenor. Until such time, I have no choice but to relinquish my temporary control. Until such a time that Chassenor can hold their own council and come to a final decision, would you have Chassenor's military back out from protecting this city?
No, they will remain and help protect the people.
Can I get a persuasion check from you?
Oh well. Now I'm still 22, right?
Alright. That's crazy. As you say that, Elry turns to look back at the council members. Carmine speaks up. There has been pressure from Chassenor to have them involved in our efforts for some time. And while they clearly have their own political struggles to deal with at current, their protection in this manner will be invaluable to ensuring that Argentum does not fall. As it stands, it would appear that our best option before us is to evacuate Argentum as soon as we possibly can. Send those that are not able-bodied to Lysar, to Woodend, and to Chassenor, while those that can manage a week outside city walls will do so. In that time, the Songblades, you will be helming a mission to remove this plague. And in that time, Chassenor's military will look after our city and those that will need to remain within it. And Carmine looks over to Lily and Elry. I will leave it to your governing body as to whom oversees those mages during that time. All those in favor, as she looks around the table here. Kalvar raises his hand immediately,
Hey.
as does Carmine. William follows not far behind. And Robbie, kind of looking around the group, seems to have this air of it being the best outcome of a bad situation. That dwarven man there, that Tundor, has looked over the mines. looks at Ellery with this burning annoyance in his eyes. You get a very clear sense that Ellery had likely already talked to a few members of the house about her plans and that he was much more in line with what she was originally going to propose. As he very begrudgingly raises a hand at what is really the only option here. Then it is settled. When will you leave?
As soon as possible.
Today, tomorrow.
All right. We will send word to the city. Evacuation will begin in 48 hours. Those that have places to go and wish to leave early shall do so. Those that need accommodations will be granted access to one of these cities. We have a lot of work ahead. But Argentum must remain strong. Looks around at the nobles. If anyone has any objections, now is your chance to speak. Hush falls over the crowd. Good. Then you are dismissed. As the 50 or 60 people on the outer edge of the chamber all stand and begin to filter out of the room, as one by one these windows on the exterior of the building close up until it is just a natural ambient light again within the chambers. Kelvar stands and dismisses his conjuration, looks over at your group and gives a nod. At which point Kari would enter back into the chamber, give you all a bit of a look to follow her out.
To do as quickly as I can.
You can hear Ellery's boots follow your group out. Her mages flanking her again as she exits. Good to see you're alive.
Sure.
Vorg will hold Lily's hand.
Then until we can hold council with our great city, who will command the mages in this effort?
I shall inquire with Father if he is fit.
Very well. I pray you're not making a mistake. And she will leave that room and walk out into the ring of brass.
As she goes to, Vorg would speak up. I guess that now that you know she's alive, you could stop sending people to find her.
She kind of stops in her tracks. Kind of turns around to face your group. Until last night, when you stepped back through that portal, Chassanor thought that Illamina Feathertail was dead. The ones you speak of were hired in an effort to remove someone they thought to be an imposter. But I will see that they are dealt with.
If I recall correctly, I think you said you hope they weren't a mistake. Thoughts now?
You're cocky. Hope that doesn't blow up in your face. You need to be making good impressions at the moment. Your name's still on the line.
Kind of got you there.
I'm doing exactly what my name should be doing.
She kind of gestures at those two mages to follow her as she turns and continues to walk. But they don't immediately move to follow in her wake. Instead, these two military mage commanders kind of look in Lily's direction. What's the plan?
You two will remain. Listen to Carmine's orders. Help the city the best you can.
Of course. Miss Feathertail. And they will walk out the room. The four of you, Kari included, just kind of standing in that chamber as some of the council members make their way out. Eventually, Kalvar would, just as he passes your group, we will speak of your blade another day.
I apologize, Bavel. Some things may have come across.
You need no apologies. It's just a very powerful artifact.
I understand.
As he leaves a few moments later, Carmine kind of makes her way out. You hear a sigh of relief. Oh. Kind of walks over to Lily first and extends a hand for a handshake. Thank you. You didn't have to do that, but our city and hopefully yours will be better for it.
It was a lot, but I am glad that I did it.
I have taken steps for your name as well. There were some on the council that were apprehensive to hear of your attendance, but luckily that did not seem to interfere.
Glad.
Yorna. Well, what happens now?
We carry out the plan.
You have to see your father, correct?
Yeah.
We could ready the hole.
Pardon?
We could ready the wall.
Oh. Yes.
Just make sure it leads somewhere. Like if we blow up the wall and it doesn't lead anywhere.
Oh, yeah, I was going to suggest that we actually scout that out and actually check that that is the entrance.
Yeah, if it isn't, our best bet would be one of the council members off the mines.
True. Right. Carmine, would there be anyone to spare for this fight to come?
Evacuating a city of this magnitude will be difficult. Most of the legionnaires will be occupied. Seems that you have a force of mages that will be protecting the city, but potentially that will be under your judgment now, I suppose, whether any of them can aid you. The druids have been permitted to stay in the city, of course. Not sure how many they'll be able to spare for your efforts, but wherever there are people, they'll be made available to you.
All right. Sounds good.
I know this might be a bit late, but if you could do your thing. The Vorg family, I warned them that this could be an outcome. They are not ones to want to leave, and they are making a potentially powerful weapon for us.
Of course. Perhaps you can have some extra military guard their premises if you wish them to stay in the city. Did anyone see which way Elry went? You better catch up with her. She's been staying at headquarters. She will take off in that direction.
Do the mages who were meant to follow her now just follow Carmine?
Amazing. I just realized. Was my mother here? She was, eh? She came
In the
through
city,
the.
yes.
Yeah. Should I ask if she can potentially contact the lad?
100%.
The lad?
Oh.
Chiron's probably too hurt still, so I could go there and check there.
Mm.
I need some bombs. Fuck, no, I have to make them. Shit.
And your bomb expert kind of cocked it, huh?
Amelia can blow up a wall, that's sure. She got spells.
And burn half of the interior while she's at it.
Yeah.
To be fair, I probably still have an opera singer. I can probably just use that.
Thank you.
I think I do. Let me check that I'm not just pulling it out of nowhere. So I might potentially be pulling it out of nowhere.
Do you not have a card?
No. I must have given it away. I think I either used it or gave it
I don't
to
think
someone.
you used it in the fight.
No, I didn't. But I think I gave it to Jacob, but I can't remember why.
Which means you must have used it. Or given it to someone, or sold it, or something.
I think I gave it to someone.
Yeah.
I
It's all
am
good.
so sorry. I don't have
Has your
any.
imaginary opera singer back?
Thank you. I've always wanted to do that.
Alright, then we have our plans. God, I'm so glad that went well.
I do think that the council chair thing could have been avoided.
I agree. I don't disagree at all. See, okay, hear me out.
It felt a little bit off topic, and I was worried that it was going to sour the meeting.
100% agree. Now, hear me. Let me explain my mindset here, right? Like,
You wanted to try and like call her out.
well, she mentioned the chair stuff first, and then it wasn't until she finished talking that I was like, wait a minute. There are multiple chairs. She could just be like, that's how I would have how I said I would get around the spell. That's how I would have done it. And I wanted to like, what if we caught her right there? Boom.
Oh,
I took a strike, striked out. It happens.
At least you didn't zap her arm off.
I exactly. I did not use my sword to zap her arm off. It would have been evil though.
No, it was tense, but I'm glad that it went the direction that it did. I think this is a very good outcome for us.
She's still planning something. She's smart.
That's all right. Right now, we don't even need to worry about it. We got much bigger fish to fry.
All right, then we should get moving with our...
So, are we going to the stage first, or am I going past the Yorna house to see my mother?
You go see your mother. I will
Okay.
go check Chiron.
Okay,
And then we meet at
the stage.
the stage.
All right. Lily, what are you doing?
Father's at the estate, right?
Yes.
And I'm heading there.
All right, so we've all got our own little
Then we
mission,
meet
and then
there.
we'll meet at the stage, say, in the evening.
You can take Rogue if you want, so you can...
Get there faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you could just TP there.
Heck,
and back
yeah,
and waste your
true.
slots, but like...
I don't want to use my slots.
Alright, fair. 100%. Rogues.
What if a danger comes by?
100%. Do you think I could catch Calvar? Like if I...
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Okay, so heading out in different directions. If you're hoping to catch up with Kelvar, we'll do that first.
Calvar,
Yes,
thank you for voting for us. Well, our idea.
of course.
I'm sorry about it getting a bit heated in there.
Those meetings are one to do. Human politics are prone to such things.
I think it's just hard. You see a lot of people stand quietly to injustice, and I just try to speak up when I can. Chiron, how is he feeling?
He's on the up and up.
Well, not not unlike what we just went through. We're just looking at allies to help and fending off, and I'm going to say an archdemon. Or whatever stops us from getting to her.
I will let him know what is to come.
Thank you.
If he can join you, I'm sure he will.
Thank you very much. As I leave, I'll just tell him I won't let the sword get into the wrong hands.
See that you don't.
It's been updated. So what happened before can't happen again. Only a Balwood could wield it. Properly this time.
He gives a nod and dismisses himself. Right, so where is everyone headed?
I'm heading to Mother.
Alright. You head down through the city, eventually finding yourself back at your homestead, which, as it has been for the past few days, is budding with druidic activity, people moving throughout the gardens and taking shifts here. But you enter, you find your mother is in the house currently, cooking for those that are out in the garden, trying to keep them sustained while they're on some 12-hour spellcasting shift.
Yeah, true. I will, before that, just find Bandir and give him a rundown of what the plan is, essentially, for the city.
Yeah, he would currently be out in the gardens helping with the efforts, but would lend an ear and reiterate that he's not sure how many they'll be able to spare, but that they will try and send some people with you.
All right. Then I'll find my mother. Mother?
Yorna?
So, the plan is that city will be evacuated. Some select few are staying behind to protect various assets of the city, including the gardens. And I'm just trying to gather allies for our fight to come. We made a friend in the Fey realm, Ulfiron. Can you potentially contact him in some way? I know you've been to the Fae. You may have a way to potentially get him to help us.
Give me a persuasion check.
I also wanted to insight check her on when I mentioned Ulfiron.
Give me an insight check.
Okay, I'll do persuasion first.
My Feywild fling.
Yeah, I'm low-key expecting it. Okay, it's a 10 on persuasion. And 12 on insight.
What was the persuasion, sorry?
10.
Okay.
Yes, it was a 10.
Insight, it's hard to glean. There's definitely a flash of recognition at the name, but that's about all you can gather.
Okay.
There is chance that I can get word through. It is hard to summon or conjure or request such beings without a bit of premeditation. You can give me a place and a time. I can have it done potentially. But it would only be for a few moments, most likely.
A place and a time, how you mean? For sending
Where
a
and when
message?
you need help.
Ah, I see. That's right. That was the problem. We didn't know yet. We're going to investigate our potential inn to where we will be fighting. So after that, when I come back home, I should be able to give you a time and a place.
Very well.
All right. How long would it take to send a message?
Unsure.
Right, I see. Thank you for trying. I really appreciate it. We need all the help we can get. And quite the character, too. I actually quite like him. What's that not for? I am curious. What is his relationship to you and Father? There seems to be something going on.
Less than great history.
You don't want to share? Could use an interesting story right about now.
He's the reason your father was there so long. The reason we had to go in after him.
What happened?
You know, the Feywild has a way of making you stay longer than you like. That becomes doubly true when Fey beings get involved.
I might have to ask him the details.
Maybe after all this is over.
Seems to be the smart choice. All right.
So the city is being evacuated?
Yes, that is the plan. But you guys can stay however many you need here.
Of course.
And the mages will be protecting you guys while we're away from anything from the outside or inside, God forbid.
As you're talking, she just kind of walks over and wraps you in a hug.
Aww.
Be safe. And good luck.
You too.
See this just look of worry on her face. Worry for the gardens, worry for the city, worry for what's to come, the danger you're about to walk into. And for God's sake, take Daria with you.
They're sick of it. You know, I do think it is time to take her along on a little bit of an adventure. She's probably gotten stir crazy.
Yes. Right. I assume you have places to be.
Yes, I got to meet the others at the stage.
All right.
Before I leave, I'll conjure up a comfort flower
Yeah.
for her to take.
You'll take it and place it in a vase in the kitchen. Again, good luck.
Thank you. All right, and I'll head out to go to the stage.
Where's Vorg heading after the council meeting?
I will find Amelia.
Yeah.
Just so she follows us to the stage at some point. Fuck. I'm gonna go to Vorg and go to the back shed.
Yeah. You walk back there. You can see a heavy plume of smoke coming out of the workshop chimney. You can hear meticulous craftsmanship happening out the back. A lit forge welcomes you, and you can smell the recent heating of metal in the air. You can hear this faint sound of metal on metal, chiseling away. You hear two voices as you get back here. The familiar Claudia's voice, but also as you get back here, another equally familiar voice, if not even more so, as you hear Natasha is also here, present currently. She goes, no, you need to, no, and you hear this as a arcane spark kind of flings a piece of metal across the workshop and embeds it into the wall. You need to not do that.
You know, when like Hatsume and the door explodes on
This
you.
is the matchup I didn't realize I needed.
I just open the door slowly. Great work by the sounds.
Oh, Strider, hello.
Hi. Call me Vorg.
Okay.
It's my name. I'm sorry, I lied to you before.
I assumed it wasn't a real name.
Ah, okay.
At that point, Claudia turns around, takes big goggles off, and you can see soot stains around her eyes. You're early?
I'm just checking up, really.
Looks over at the piece of metal embedded in the wall and just pulls it out. It's going well.
It looks like it. I don't
yeah.
judge the craft, you know.
Usually, we don't show you these until they're done, but you care to take a look?
Yeah, if it helps.
Do you want to describe the partial work in progress that sits here on the table
Yeah, why not?
in a shocking to you near completed state? They are currently just setting enchantment into the metalwork.
What you see is not a large gauntlet, but this sleek strap that would be here. And when you look at it, you will not think it is a crossbow. It is metallic work. It is folded in, and in like picking it up and having a look at it, its purpose is to hide in the cloak and fold out, and the handle flicks into hand. Almost transforms into the crossbow and opens up. So it's this like arcana runes across. I believe this. I forgot what I made the string, but I think the string is not a string anymore. There's no string work. It just locks in and pretty much ejects the arrow out, the bolt out.
This mix of woodwork and metalwork meets enchantment as that is being imbued into this weapon. This has been good. Another day and a half, probably, maybe.
That sounds perfectly on the dot.
Brilliant. What's this I hear about an evacuation?
You guys should be fine.
Brilliant. Looks over at Natasha. He goes, you willing to stay here as long as this takes? Yeah. Why not? You can see, again, up behind Claudia's work desk, you can see about a half dozen different sketches of this mechanism in its various stages, from an early brainstorm to when you can tell that Natasha was very clearly pulled into the process and it became a bit more reliant on actual mechanism rather than just brute forcing metal through enchantment. A very iterative process that has taken place over a very short amount of time in the workshop here.
There's also a quiver, I forgot to mention. It's very important, actually. There's a quiver.
It's just a plain looking quiver.
Fancy design. They're putting the runes on it now, so, it looks normal right now.
Father said you paid them, or grandfather said you paid them a visit.
Yes, just wanted to clear the air, and he fixed up some runes on the blade.
Hey, well, whatever you did, thank you. He's been in a much better mood the last couple of days.
No.
Have you seen...
Her eyes just go wide, and she grabs the blade and holds it up underneath the blueprints that are on the wall.
Oh, had she even seen it?
No.
No. Oh.
Well, it'll be a while before I'm forging anything quite like this, but this is what we're working towards, I suppose.
I'll start somewhere. Consistency is key.
It's lighter than I thought. He kind of moves it around a little bit. And for a dwarven figure, this thing looks like a massive sword as she's kind of moving it around. Take good care of it.
I will. Well, on that note, I gotta go blow up a wall, so we'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good. I won't ask.
Alright, I go to the stage with Amelia.
As you head in that direction, what's Lily's plan?
Rogue.
Do
You
We're cooking up a storm here.
find wherever Vorg had left Rogue and head off in the direction of the estate. Just for the fun of it, do you want to give me an animal handling check?
Hell is that?
Okay.
What in
Nat
the
20.
Lego?
Okay.
Jesus.
Rogue is almost as comfortable with you as he is with
Yay.
Vorg at this point,
Oh,
and
that's cute.
smoothly makes his way in the direction of the estate. By the time you get there, it would be late afternoon, early evening. Again, you can start to see the flicker of candlelight in the windows. And entering the estate, it seems mostly quiet.
Father?
Ilumina. You hear coming up the stairs from down in the kind of pseudo-basement area.
What were you doing down there?
It's a grimoire. It's mostly done now.
I tried looking for your one, but sadly I couldn't find it.
It's all right. I'm sure it's been confiscated.
News. I am now the arcane military commander.
That is news. May I ask respectfully how?
There was a council meeting for what we would do next after what happened, as well as the threat of the Queen of Decay and the Night Hag. And since I heard rumors of me being next in line to take over, I took the opportunity.
And Elry?
That will be, the people of Chest North. I would expect the council
Of course.
would decide the outcome.
Okay. Well, I find it hard to believe that she would just accept that. So, caution. But that is good. That is good.
And a favor to ask.
Anything.
I need you to temporarily be in charge of the arcane military while I'm facing the Night Hag as well as the Queen of Decay. Is that something you're okay with?
If you can convince them to follow my lead,
Carmine will be there with you.
of course. I just fear that Elry's words and misconceptions would have gotten to the men. But I'm sure we will push past that.
I'm sure you can show them you're still capable.
I hope so.
We need to head back.
Okay.
Is there anything you need to grab before we go?
No, let's go.
Hop on roll.
Yeah, hop on Rogue. Darius, at this point, having put together enough of a grimoire, will cast Fly on himself and kind of match pace.
Yo.
As opposed to getting on horseback. And will, whether you...
Whether
gone.
Dude, they destroyed it.
Whether you choose to entertain it or not, he will try and strike up just general conversation on the way back.
Sure.
Aww.
Have a
So, any guys you like?
few words on the way back.
There was that Vorg boy.
You and him, you know.
Protection.
Just typical dad antics.
I don't like him.
I don't know about him.
He didn't let me read the books.
Also, Darius' redemption arc is what I'm living for right now.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
As you make your way back towards the city, even just in the small talk that he's striking up, there seems to be this kind of apologetic tone to his voice a little bit for the issues that you're now facing, but eventually you find yourself back within city walls. Are we still being chased?
I believe not.
Okay. That's a good start.
So it should be alright with having you in the city.
So, the Argentum Council, Elri, they know that you are alive. You've proven that much. Have you had a chance to speak with much of the remaining military force?
Not as of yet.
Zeus?
Haven't seen them since they took you to the school.
Okay. That is for another day then. Where am I to go in the meantime?
I'd say try to find Carmine. Work out a plan of where to station everyone.
All right. I will do that.
Good luck.
Thank you. None of this would have been possible without you.
I'm just happy to have you back.
He kind of straightens up the clothing that he has managed to stitch together with a little bit of prestidigitation to make it somewhat more presentable, and makes his way up and through the city to try and figure out what the next steps are for him. The three of you all convening now, or four of you if you include Amelia, at the stage. What would be the plan?
I'm gonna blow up this wall.
Let's go. I'm ready. No time to waste.
Follow me.
Okay.
You alright?
I thought we were scouting.
This is scouting.
We're gonna
Okay.
blow it up and make sure they see. What if it's
We-
just
we
like
need
brick?
to see what's
You know,
down
like
there.
if it's just
Okay,
brick,
okay.
you know. Alright. So I lead us to where I was before.
Down.
You make your way back down to the high stone and over onto the brass shelf where, not but a few days before, you took down Garver beneath these pathways, the massive sinkhole that was once kind of the main thoroughfare of the brass shelf still sunken in and slowly being repaired, those tunnels underneath the city being filled in. As you all arrive at the stage, you can see that William is currently standing out front and reopening the doors to kind of open the stage back up after the council meeting. Turns around to the three of you. Good afternoon. Did not expect to see you again so soon after our meeting.
Yes. Thank you again for giving us a place to speak our minds.
Of course. Frankly, I was apprehensive to have everybody leave their post. We have put a great deal of effort into this city, but you have shown you are capable.
And speaking of how everyone's put a lot of work into buildings and things, there is like a basement in here that you guys keep like your forks and things like that, and like random stuff.
Yes, storage room.
Storage room. There's a wall we need to just get through.
Can I ask why?
Because it might be the closest tunnel leading to where this portal is. We're just trying to scout it out, make sure it actually leads there, or else we need to go through the mines, which would take longer.
I get a persuasion check.
Oh.
I thought it was going to be good. 10.
10's enough. He's quite open to whatever needs to happen and is at a point where he is thinking more about how the city is going to evacuate and make moves in the coming future. Very well. Then I trust. Do as you will.
Thank you very much. I lead the others now.
I would like to talk to him before we go.
Yeah.
I have some friends who are a part of the Understone. And
Right.
they wish to have their home be allocated to them as well. They are Argentum's people too.
I get a persuasion check from you, please.
Change the world, Lily.
Wow, 22!
Amazing. Always a 22. Of course, I'll see what I can do.
Much appreciated.
What do I call you then?
Still Lily.
Of course. Well, when all this is said and done, I'm sure you will have some stories to tell.
Quite.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
He will push back through the stage as you all make your way downstairs.
How's your swinging arm?
Good.
Yeah.
Why? Do you need me to swing into the wall?
Well, you got the mace, which is...
I can bust up a wall.
Yeah, you can bust up a wall. I was
I
thinking
can
that.
bust
Then
up
they
a
don't
wall.
have to waste spells.
Trust me, I can bust up a wall.
I trust. All right. I'll lead you to your wall that you got to bust.
All right.
You make your way down the staircase into the dingy, dusty storage room beneath the stage, over to a bunch of crates in the corner. Pushing some of those aside, you can see again that rotted section of boards, a breeze coming through and fungus creeping up the walls.
This is the wall.
That's the wall.
Yeah, the one with all the fungus.
Definitely this wall, though. I don't want to break something and then go, oh, actually, it's this one.
You see, all right, so we've got about 4 walls here. This one has mushrooms.
I'm just double checking.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just letting you know. That's definitely the wall.
I have the mace out.
All right.
All right.
Wait. It might be... No, okay. Swing.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll. Take advantage.
Hell yeah.
You should know.
On the rotted wall.
Everyone else just rolls me. Do I get advantage because it doesn't move?
Yeah.
22 to hit.
22 to hit. All right, roll me some damage on that.
Oh, shoot.
Is it
Oh.
demonic rock now?
I was
Demonic
gonna say,
Radiant
like, is it fiendish rock?
Hear me out.
Yeah, the wall disintegrated.
Oh, max damage.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
10.
10. You swing back in an arc and impact this wooden panel here. As you do, you almost overshoot and let go of your mace because the wood just gives way so easily. This mildewed, rotted old wood that has clearly been degrading for some time just shatters out like paper, pushing into a tunnel beyond. As you smack that wall, you notice the fungal growth on it does react to the mace a little bit and kind of withers and dies out to about a 10-foot radius. But as you smash through, you can see a lightless tunnel that seems to continue forward.
You got your one.
Light. Great swing, not pissing you off ever. Do we go through?
Yes, we got to see how far it goes. What if
Alright,
this is
well, we're
just...
just got to remember, we're not there to fight it
No,
today.
I
We
know.
got allies.
We gotta
Though
locate.
that reminds me, if we see any mushrooms along the way, do not touch them. Because if we do, we might alert something further down.
You are correct. Or you could just... Surely mushrooms have less than 25 HP and you could just destroy all the mushrooms.
That'd definitely tell someone that
Yeah.
something's there.
Alright. I don't have my sight right now, but... I'll say, yeah.
Everyone just keep their eyes
Yeah.
peeled, and if we touch one, we back out,
Alright.
potentially.
I will lead the group, pointing out any mushrooms with my sick vision.
Amazing. Give me a either perception or nature as we're moving through here.
Whatever one's wisdom.
Perception.
Yeah, because I have advantage on all wisdom checks.
Same.
That's okay, because cracked 18.
18, alright. Pushing forward, you can see, almost similar to what Lily had seen in the sewers a while back, just these sprawling, almost veins of mycelial growth that seem to have pushed through this tunnel and clung to the stage walls. Most of the tunnel that you're walking through here does appear to have been at some point constructed purposefully. There is like stone, man-made stonework here. Like this was once a construction tunnel or something that led to a further building. You every so often see the semblance of what would have been stairs, but is now like just a 5-foot drop that you have to slide down. Being careful not to touch any of the mycelial growth as you push a bit further in. You do begin seeing every so often where actual like fungus plates are protruding from the wall, or a like giant red cap is growing off of the side of this tunnel. Pushing forward, you get a good 100 or so feet down this tunnel, and it still seems to just continue on.
Keep going.
Just a little bit longer, but we might have found our entrance. Actually, curiously, we're going down here and it feels like it's been built here.
The part of the tunnel that you're currently in feels like it was at some point constructed for purpose.
Is there anything that kind of gives off the same architecture that the arena would have been built like out of?
Give me a
Like
history check.
same kind of vibe?
Yeah.
Same brick.
Yeah, same brick. Please be good. Can someone else check the bricks?
I wanted to, too.
That one.
That one. You kind of reach up to assess some of the more visibly intact stonework. Kind of run your finger along it, and that piece of stonework just falls out of the wall and just shatters on the ground. Very difficult to tell.
Can I have a look?
Yeah, you can give me a history check as well if you'd like. Yeah, higher DC after that.
Yeah, I broke the rock.
21.
Looking over the little bits of stonework that you can see here, it's definitely not New Age construction, but you're unsure exactly where or when this would have been built.
Can I... Oh, I made the multi-page thing where I drew each layer above.
Mm.
Can I check that and flick through to see if this at any point matches something when
Interesting,
it came?
yeah, totally. Every so often there seems to be reference to this tunnel. Like in the third sketch, you know, like it was there. Then in the fourth and fifth it wasn't. Then in the sixth one it was.
Okay.
It seems that throughout time this tunnel has been discovered, closed over, and then rediscovered, and then closed over again.
You know the city of Ash we were in the fire plane?
Yes.
And how it wasn't originally there, like it appeared one day? Makes me feel like something similar's happened to that upside down city.
Probably. I wonder who did it though. What did it?
Well, yeah, everyone seems to be blaming someone in my family, so who really knows? Who knows? Have we figured out which one did it? Yeah, I don't think so. Like everyone's just like, one of yous. I've read enough journals now that I probably know.
No offense, but this does seem like a Bellwood kind of thing to do, is just to zap a city into some other plane.
By accident.
Yeah, it's still something that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, like.
Hey, I don't mind. It's, not every day you meet someone that goes, oh, I zapped a building or two or an entire city to another plane of existence.
Sometimes you meet people that just zap arms off.
Yeah. Boy, I really hope I never meet someone like that. They sound terrifying.
They sound like
They sound like they were making a good decision that just turned out wrong.
So a wrong decision.
I sure hope there were no repercussions.
Maybe banned from the city.
These are campaign 1 references.
No one gets it.
Pre-video references.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny to us. Thanks, Bjorn. Keep looking after us.
Not anyone specific. The closest person to put a name to it would be the one we were talking about earlier.
Thornus.
Thorn.
Thorn.
Thornus. His name's Thornus now.
Who was several generations before.
Also,
he was busy.
did you want to use your lantern of revealing light?
Yeah.
Just in case of the visible things.
Oh.
Unhood that. Casting a bit more light than I believe the orb does. You can see a bit further down. There doesn't seem to be immediately any invisible creatures lurking in the darkness, but as you get a bit further down here, that fungal growth becomes a bit more common, a bit more frequent. You're now starting to see every so often a few pockets of that bioluminescent blue fungus kind of clinging to the walls and emanating a little bit. As you're pushing down here now, you can see very small looking, maybe a foot round tunnels that seem to pierce through the stonework and off in different directions. Like something's been digging through the earth down here.
Made by a creature?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a survival check.
Can I do the same?
Phase worms.
Yeah, totally.
Not the worms. Ooh. Wait, what was it?
Survival.
Does it happen to be fiend, undead?
Not for this check.
17.
That's going to be 24.
The two of you analysing a few of these small tunnels, they do seem to be made by creatures, but this seems to be old tunnel works. It doesn't appear recent.
Might be in the clear. This seems very old.
I agree. This place has been like this for ages.
Is there a draft going through here at all?
Interesting. Give me a perception check.
Or even what is the smell here? What? I just want to kind of gather more.
Yeah, I'll put it
Primeval awareness on top of that.
Dirty 20.
30-20. There is the faintest of wind. If you'd checked any further up the tunnel, you would have just felt a draft coming through from the stage, but where you're at now, you can feel kind of breeze coming in both directions. There is an end to this tunnel somewhere. The air is musty in the way that an earthen tunnel would be that's been closed off for a long time.
I really wish you had that grim psychometry ability.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I read it in a book somewhere.
What did you...
Primeval awareness. For 1 minute and 1 mile, I can sense aberration, celestial dragon, elemental, fae, fiend, undead.
Currently, you're getting a few very faint pings from the city behind you, but other than that, there doesn't appear to be anything abnormal.
Okay. We'll probably have to go very deep to get anywhere.
Well, I like to pull out my wand
Mm.
and wave it around.
Yeah.
And try and sense if there's any strong magical sense coming from a certain direction.
Interesting. This is the detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
You've cast that in the area as you guys are walking. Interesting. You don't immediately notice anything of arcane origin as you're walking through. But that lasts for, what, 10 minutes? Something like that?
I believe so. Perfectly even.
Alright. Keep that in
But
mind.
yeah, this is the detect magic spell.
Sweet. So keeping that up as you're all walking through here. At a point, at the edge of your light, you can see what at first looks like a split in the tunnel that goes off to the right, but you quickly notice is just a small, like, alcove cubby that goes in maybe 10 or 15 feet. And as you get closer to it, there is a stench in the air. Getting a bit closer, you can see a plethora of fungal growths that are growing out of that small pocket. Who's currently in the front of your group pushing forward?
I think I am making sure we don't step on anything.
Looking as you come up on this, you can see kind of pushed out of that small alcove what appears to be like a leather boot on the ground.
The boot.
Uh-oh.
I think we have a corpse potentially. Let me check. Can I like throw the light orb into the
Yeah.
alcove?
Push the light down and catch a glimpse of what looks like leather armor, small bits of metal work for like shin guards and partial metal chest piece. As you kind of inch a bit closer to see, you can see pretty much a full set of skeletal remains that are like perched up against the wall, where this fungus appears to have just grown out of them and spread up the wall. The armor in the center of that metallic portion of the chest seems to house a like an etched, very early version of the Iron Legion emblem.
Yorna, you might want to look at this.
What am I looking at?
His the symbol on his chest.
So this symbol is on what exactly?
So he's mostly wearing leather armor,
Mm-hmm.
but there is like a metallic portion to his chest piece where this like lion head symbol has been engraved into the chest plate.
I want to take that back. That's like a piece of history.
Is there a way I can take it off without interrupting any mushrooms?
Oh.
Any clips?
You can try.
Listen, if it's going to endanger us, we don't need it, but maybe afterwards.
I got good stats.
Everyone get ready to book it out of here.
No.
Before I do this, I would like to check his pockets for any identification.
Yeah. Looking around, there doesn't seem to be much left here that wouldn't have weathered through time. Doesn't seem to be any form of identification on his person. You do find a few very old-looking, well, not old-looking, but dated coins, about 50 gold's worth on his person.
Okay.
But there doesn't seem to be any
Typical.
identification, anything that would denote who he is.
Oh shit.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Do I get advantage because he's not moving?
No. Afraid not.
That's going to be... No, oh my god. 13. Wait. 15. That's my dex potion.
You grab that chest piece, and this is like leather belt through old metallic latch. You kind of unthread it and pull it out. There's a point at which you kind of hit it at a really bad angle and can feel like the ribcage almost collapse under the pressure, but just manage, barely, that 15 not being a 13, to correct it and kind of pull it out without disturbing those mushrooms, and you have that old Legionnaire chest piece.
How old can I tell?
Give me a history check.
Like, how many years ago is this?
How old are these coins?
History.
They're still current currency.
19.
19. The Legion itself is relatively new compared to the city, but this is one of the very first, like the
First gen.
founding armor of the Legion that was given to its first 30 or so members when it was founded about 60 years ago.
Wow.
Now, this may have happened a long time ago, but... Can I I try to figure out how he died?
Yeah. Give me a medicine check.
Hell yeah, boy, that's a wisdom.
Ooh.
15.
15. Looking at this corpse, it almost looks like it's been partially preserved to some degree. Like the bones are all still like laid out perfectly. Its head is still sitting on its shoulders. This fungus is like grown around it. You definitely get the sense that this individual was infected with the rot.
Oh.
That very likely they were either killed by it or were some sort of an undead thrall until their body just gave up.
People were getting affected even how many years ago?
Guess it just slowly grew.
Shall we go further, or are we pretty comfortable knowing that this might be the way?
Chances are very high that this is the way down, considering what we have seen so far.
Agree.
So I think we go with this option here,
Mhm.
but we should at least get a map of the mines just in case.
Yeah, we could ask for one. I'd rather, leave now, prepare for tomorrow afternoon. Afternoon, we should do it. Gives everyone enough time to get our allies.
Speaking of, what time do you think we will reach the bottom?
Why?
If we want Alphiron's help, my mother needs a location and a time.
Would it be beneficial if we shared one of our sending rings with
I
her?
was just thinking that, but...
And just let her know when we're there? Be like, in 15 minutes will be great.
It depends on how long the message will take to reach him, if it reaches him at all, but that might be our best option.
Yeah. It's hard to predict this type of thing.
Indeed.
It'll probably be like an hour, like gap at most.
There you go then. You can give it away.
Alright. Pop like that.
Then we tell all of our allies to meet tomorrow afternoon outside the stage.
Alright. How long has it taken for us to get to this point?
Being cautious heading down here, probably a good 40 minutes maybe.
Only 40 minutes. I'm just worried that I don't. Do we just full send it? Do we really trust this
We
path
do,
down?
and I think if we get to a point where it's all signs led to this, and if it doesn't, we'll bust our way through.
All right, I like that idea. Definitely not worried about structural integrity at all.
Not at this point.
All right. Then this is our entrance.
Yep.
Tomorrow afternoon.
Yes.
All right. I will write it in my diary.
Then
Go all in.
my plan is to let Chiron know tomorrow afternoon.
Then you all start pushing back up through this tunnel, being careful not to disturb any of the growth within it. Make your way back up to the city and start sharing some of this information and making some plans. And I think that as we re-emerge in Argentum and start those discussions, we'll leave our session there and pick up next time with whatever descent comes next.
That's what
Into
the
the ground
episode
beneath
will
the
be
city.
called. Next episode, Descent.
Descent into madness.
We get our allies. I might get a crossbow. Give me a time to return.
If this is the fight that Daria dies in, I'm gonna make sure you sleep on the couch.